Identifying our time wasters. Modern age time wasters. 4 phases. Here are 2 categories. Category A, digital distractions, 13 points. Category B, communication overload, 5 points. Digital distractions. 1. Social media scrolling. Explanation. Scrolling through social media can consume a significant amount of your time without offering much in return. The constant stream of posts can trap you in an endless loop. Causes: fear of missing out, FOMO, boredom, procrastination, and habit. Remedies: set specific time limits for social media use. Use apps that block social media after a certain time. Action plan: dedicate specific check-in times for social media. Turn off notifications and use website blockers to enforce this discipline. 2. Endless YouTube watching. Explanation. It's easy to get sucked into the "up next" videos on YouTube, leading to hours of unintended viewing. Causes: algorithmic, procrastination, and boredom. Remedies: use browser extensions that block sidebar. Action plan: limit YouTube watching to specific times and for set durations. Make a playlist beforehand to avoid falling into the trap. 3. Mindlessly browsing the internet. Explanation. Aimless browsing can suck away hours before you even realize it. Causes: lack of purpose, procrastination, and habit. Remedies: define what you're looking for before you start browsing. Action plan: have a clear goal and time limit before starting any internet session. 4. Excessive gaming. Explanation. While gaming can be enjoyable, it becomes a time waster when it interferes with other activities. Causes: escapism, addiction, and social reasons. Remedies: set time limits and stick to them. Session plan: limit gaming to specific hours and days. Use alarms and reminders to stick to your schedule. 5. Binge-watching TV shows and movies. Explanation. While it's fun to catch up on your favorite shows, binge-watching often eats into time better spent elsewhere. Causes: compelling content, procrastination, and the ease of streaming. Remedies: plan your watching ahead of time and stick to a schedule. Action plan: allocate specific TV hours in your week. Use episode lists to break the binge-watching loop. 6. Constantly checking notifications. Explanation. Frequent checking of notifications breaks your concentration, making you less productive. Causes: fear of missing out, habit, and anticipation of new messages or updates. Remedies: turn off non-essential notifications. Action plan: assign specific check-in times for your notifications and messages. 7. Virtual reality immersion without purpose. Explanation. VR can be educational and fun but becomes a time waster when used aimlessly. Causes: novelty factor, escapism, and lack of regulation. Remedies: set purposeful goals for VR use. Action plan: limit VR sessions and have a set list of activities to accomplish during each session. 8. Surfing the web endlessly. Explanation. This is like mindlessly browsing the internet but often involves multiple websites and topics. Causes: boredom, procrastination, and lack of focus. Remedies: use bookmarks for sites you genuinely need and set time limits for browsing. Action plan: maintain a list of productive websites and stick to them. 9. Constantly updating your social media status. Explanation. Constant updates not only consume your time but also may contribute to a sense of self-importance that is out of proportion. Causes: need for validation, habit, and societal pressures. Remedies: limit updates to meaningful events or thoughts. Action plan: update social media purposefully and never more than once a day unless necessary. 10. Email flood. Explanation. Constantly receiving and checking emails can be distracting and unproductive. Causes: work demands, fear of missing out on important information, and inability to filter emails effectively. Remedies: use email filters and set specific times to check email. Action plan: only check emails at predetermined intervals. Use automated sorting to prioritize messages. 11. Playing email ping pong. Explanation: endless back and forth emails can waste a lot of time. Causes: lack of clarity, avoidance of decision making, and overuse of email for trivial matters. Remedies: use direct and clear language in emails. Use calls or meetings for complex issues. Action plan: limit email interactions by resolving issues in fewer exchanges. Use other more immediate forms of communication when necessary. 12. Reading the news. Explanation: while staying informed is important, endlessly scrolling through news sites can consume a lot of time. Causes: fear of missing out on important events, habits, and the 24-hour news cycle. Remedies: choose quality over quantity. Use news aggregators to save time. Action plan: limit news checking to once or twice a day at predetermined times. 13. Pop-ups. Explanation: pop-up ads or notifications can be very distracting, pulling you away from your tasks. Causes: website designs that prioritize engagement over user needs. Remedies: use ad blockers or browsers that prevent pop-ups. Action plan: install a trustworthy ad blocker and set your browser to block pop-ups by default. Category B. Communication overload. We will discuss the following 5 points. 14. Checking emails obsessively. Explanation: continually checking your email inbox can disrupt focus and contribute to stress. Causes: fear of missing out on important information, habits, and lack of a structured schedule. Remedies: set specific times for email checking and stick to them. Action plan: designate 2 or 3 periods each day for email management. Prioritize and respond only to essential emails during these times. 15. Responding to non-urgent messages immediately. Explanation: instantly responding to messages that are not urgent can interfere with more pressing tasks. Causes: desire to be seen as responsive, fear of forgetting to reply later, and habit. Remedies: prioritize messages and set aside specific times to deal with non-urgent communication. Action plan: use the "Do Not Disturb" mode on your messaging apps and allocate time slots in the day to handle these non-urgent messages. 16. Engaging in lengthy group chats. Explanation: group chats can often go off topic and consume a lot of time, especially if they are not focused on a specific task or agenda. Causes: social engagement, FOMO, and workplace culture. Remedies: mute non-essential group chats and allocate time to catch up on them. Action plan: set guidelines for work-related group chats to stay on topic. Use mentions at name only for important updates that require immediate attention. 17. Avoiding face-to-face communication for digital. Explanation: opting for digital communication for matters that can be more effectively resolved face-to-face can lead to misunderstandings and delays. Causes: convenience, fear of confrontation, and over-reliance on technology. Remedies: identify situations where face-to-face communication is more efficient and opt for it. Action plan: develop a communication protocol that dictates the most efficient mode of communication for different kinds of interactions. 18. Teleconference. Meeting overload without agendas. Explanation: attending too many meetings or teleconferences without a clear agenda can be a massive time sink. Causes: poor meeting culture, lack of organization, and fear of missing out on important discussions. Remedies: decline meetings without clear agendas or objectives. Action plan: adopt a strict meeting protocol requiring agendas and objectives to be shared in advance. Limit meeting times and stick to the agenda to make the most of the allocated time.